Hi, I'm Emily, and here with Alex with Someone Needs to Say It TV. Today we're going to be talking about the latest on the government shutdown. Alex, can you go into detail a little bit about what the latest update is on our government shutdown?
Well, so we have been obviously. I think everybody knows by now. Been going on. Has it been?
The
It's
longest,
been
yes, it
longest
has
now.
been the
Yeah. So
longest,
so if officially,
unfortunately.
it's officially now. Well, tonight I believe it's at 6 p.m. our time, 7 p.m. Eastern. I believe they're supposed to hold a vote in the
Yep.
House because the Senate has already approved it, and so now it goes to the House for them to potentially reopen the government officially and the shutdown.
And didn't Trump already said that he would sign off immediately once they do this?
That's what I read. Yes.
Okay, same here.
So
Just wanted to
from what I've heard,
clarify that.
that Trump has already put out his blessing that he would approve it if they pass it through. Yes.
Great. That's awesome.
That's the word on the street.
So, what does this mean for our country? Are we going to be able to bounce back pretty quick from this, or is this going to be a long process?
Oh man, well, it's kind of a complicated answer to that because yes, it will immediately happen, but think about the ramifications of what's happened already. But the
Yeah.
people that have been laid off or have quit, those air traffic controllers, you can't just replace 1,400 or whatever the amount of people that have literally quit their job. Where do you find 1,400 people to replace air traffic controllers?
And
That's not
those kind
something.
of jobs take a while to
Those
hire.
are, yeah,
It's not like go in the interview,
run of the mill,
get hired,
yeah.
boom, you're hired.
You
No,
can't just walk
there's a
down the street
process
and pick
to
up
it.
people and say, "Hey, you're going to be an air traffic
Yeah,
controller." No,
weeks to
those
months,
those
you
are
know?
highly trained individuals that have credentials and certification to be able to have that job. So, how do you find enough of those people to replace the ones that have quit or been fired or whatever?
What about
That's going to be a problem. So I don't know how long that will take, but I know it's not going to be an immediate overnight, boom, everything's perfect, everything's done. There will be some things that resume quickly, payments wise, especially if it's the basic. Well, depending on, I haven't seen the actual bill that they've proposed, but if it's a clean continuing resolution, I believe is what it's called, then that could be what it is. But I don't know what all the details of the actual bill that they're proposing. I don't know the details of that yet.
What about, do you know the relation of this with the health insurance? Isn't there something going on with the health insurance? What is that about? Can you tell me?
So that's one of the things that is the Democrats, and let's just be straight up honest. The whole reason behind this entire thing is because the Democrats wanted the Affordable Care Act. There were subsidies in place that for Americans to subsidize the Affordable Care Act, the Obamacare. So those things were set to expire, and Democrats wanted those to be continued. And they actually wanted them continued in perpetuity forever, so to never go away. And so some of the back and forth that they've had behind closed doors or whatever as they've gone through this whole shutdown process were time limits on that. Hey, can we work out 5 years or 3 years or 1 year or whatever? And so that's part of the negotiation, supposedly, that's been going on behind closed doors, was trying to work out, hey, can we come to an agreement of 3 years or 1 year or whatever? And supposedly that's been the hang up, is the Democrats want them in forever and weren't willing to budge on giving up on that. So they wanted that to happen, or they were going to hold the government hostage. So let's be straight up, and that's what it is. It has nothing to do with Trump or anyone else other than that's what this is about. And
Sounds like it's the House that is.
well, no. So the House is that the House and the Senate have both proposed bills that to open it. The House has proposed multiple bills and voted on them and said, "Hey, look, we're willing to open up the government, but we're doing it's called a clean continuing resolution, meaning that there's no stipulations to it, there's no add-ons, there's no whatever. It's just, hey, this is a funding bill. We're going to keep the government open." So that's what should have happened. And let's be brutally honest, the Democrats said, no, we're not going to sign on to that. We're going to hold the government hostage unless we get these extensions on the subsidies for the healthcare.
Interesting.
And furthermore, it's a lot of money to the tune of trillions of dollars with a T. And the part that they're not saying is that includes illegal aliens or illegal immigrants or
I thought they don't
people that aren't supposed to be here or whatever term you want to use. They wanted that rolled in.
Include them into that.
So we're literally shutting down our government. And that's the truth, y'all. Look it up. Fact check it. That's the truth. Everybody wants to throw up their little BS headlines and stuff and say, "Oh, it's this and that," or they're no. That's the cold hard truth. Them's the fact. And if you haven't read the articles and you just read the headlines, you probably think that that's something or that's not it. Read the articles, y'all. Actually look into what's going on. They're literally holding the government hostage because Republicans won't agree to funding trillions of dollars for healthcare for illegal aliens. If that doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what will.
Complete mind blowing. Wow.
I can't even barely afford insurance for my own kids.
Oh, I had to cancel part of my policy because I couldn't afford it.
And we're talking about giving healthcare to people that aren't even supposed to be in our country?
I thought that we weren't supposed to...
That's the story that they've been telling.
They weren't supposed to even have that rights. But when I looked more into the law that they have, unless they can get Medicaid and food stamps if they are a refugee from this country,
right,
or if they have a history of domestic violence, or if they have it just the list goes on and on and on. And believe me, I feel for these people. I do. I don't want to see anybody suffer, but I'm suffering right now, and
I wish
my family and I are suffering, and we can't afford a lot of things.
I wish we could pay for it. I wish we could.
But that's just reality, is we cannot.
I can't barely afford to pay for my own family.
Same here.
I'm sorry,
I'm
but
right there with you.
We're shutting down our entire government so that everybody was up in arms about the SNAP benefits. Do y'all realize that no one was going to get any money from SNAP this past month?
If it wasn't for...
Your president came through and found the money to provide... Hey, it wasn't 100%, but that you got 65% of SNAP benefits were paid. And, hey, like him or not, Trump came through for you, and you got 65% of your SNAP benefits because of Donald Trump, your president.
He
like it or not,
a war fund he dipped into.
They literally weren't going to pay our soldiers, our uniformed service members that are working right now all over the world, holding the government hostage over trying a fight over healthcare funds for people that aren't even U.S. citizens, Americans. How insane is that? Please. And
if somebody could just explain their point of view, their side on it,
please help me make that sense.
We don't have to fight. It doesn't have to be a fight. I just genuinely want to understand where this other point of view is coming from, because I'm very good at putting myself in both other people's shoes, right? In this situation, I just can't. It doesn't make any sense.
As an adult, let's think about this as a household thing. If we wanted to help, let's say we had a neighbor and they were in need of some help. They were in some financial trouble. Would we shut down? And we wanted to help them. Would we shut down our entire bank accounts and all that stuff and hold our own bank accounts hostage till we had the money to pay them? Or would we pay for our stuff and then see what we had left over and then try to do what we can to help out?
See what we have left over.
How holding our government hostage over not paying for other people, aren't
even supposed to be here in the first place.
It literally makes absolutely no sense. I cannot wrap my head around this. And they come up with these articles and these headlines, get people all emotional about the situation. Guys, we have to be real. This money is real. These dollars and trillions of dollars that they're talking about spending, that's real money. I know the numbers have gotten so big that it seems fake because it's just the amount of money is so huge. But guys, we literally shut down our country. We're not paying air traffic controllers. Oh wait, it's about to be Thanksgiving and Christmas. Pretty important time to have air traffic controllers and people keeping us safe. So we're literally putting our own citizens at risk, their safety at risk, our loved ones that could potentially get in, God forbid, a plane crash or a collision, all because we want to fight over healthcare for people that aren't American citizens. That's insane.
Yeah, and we know there's more to it than just that, but that's just what we're focusing on right now.
No, and there is, but at the same time, there's not much more to it. Literally, the one thing that's holding this thing up is the Democrats want the subsidies to be they want the subsidies guaranteed to be extended. And they want them extended in perpetuity, meaning they want them forever. They say, hey, we want these subsidies guaranteed forever. And the madness that really kills me is they said all the stuff about, oh, well, when you have immigrants come in, illegal aliens come in, there are processes to this stuff. And I used to work in an embassy, and I would see the lines of people. That's just like a spitting. And if there's any other immigrants that are watching, I'm sure that if you talk to your parents, or maybe it was you that went through the process that it takes to go through that. I served with a couple of very buddies to this day that literally joined the army and went to fight in Iraq alongside me so that they could get citizenship. Do you think that it's fair to all those people that did it the right way to just say, oh, well, we're just going to come in and cut the line? That's a whole nother topic. But getting back onto this topic, holding the entire government hostage over subsidies for healthcare, what the heck is going on? They have lost their freaking minds.
They have.
I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous. This has and it's not like it had to be done. It wasn't even due. A resolution to that didn't even need to be done. I don't even think till the end of the year.
But this is the longest government shutdown in history that we're talking about,
and they've shut this down, and it's not even due.
I can't just wrap my head around the whole reason of it.
It's absolutely insane.
It really is.
It's absolutely insane. In my opinion, every day that this goes on, and it just makes Democrats look worse and worse. And I'm not.
All I know is I'm hoping they have a solution by the end of the day.
I hope today they come to set.
I have a feeling it might open back up. I'm very hopeful it'll open back up, but if it doesn't, then y'all.
I hope they can come to their senses today and say, hey, look, yes, healthcare is a big deal. Healthcare does need reform. We do need to figure some stuff out. I'm all about helping the subsidies. I'm actually for that, extending that. But
for Americans, I was just about to say that. Thank you.
If they want to do that, I'm cool with that.
Let's take care of our veterans. Let's take care of all the veterans that have served our country. And then let's see what we can do after that. Let's take care of our homeless. Let's take care of them. And then we can venture off to different countries.
And then we can see what we have left after that. But the fact that we're shutting down our government right before the holidays, putting everyone's families that's going to travel, plane.
I'm probably not going to be able to go see my family.
Your family's supposed to fly.
I'm personally being affected by this. So
your family's literally supposed to fly in a couple weeks. If they don't open the government, God forbid something happened to your plane because there's a lack of personnel.
And I'm terrified
because they're fighting over some subsidies for healthcare that's not even something that's due right now. It's not like it was due Friday or last month. No, they just shut down the government and put everyone at jeopardy over something that's not even an immediate emergency topic.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's absolutely insane. I hope that today they come to their senses and say, hey, look, let's work together and talk about this. But first things first, let's open the government and let's pull our head out of our butts and get back to reality. Enough is enough, guys. You guys are acting like children, worse than children. We wouldn't let our kids act like this. We wouldn't let them just throw temper tantrums.
They're throwing a fit.
They're throwing temper tantrums and putting all Americans at risk because they want to, we can't talk, we can't work together. That's bullcrap. And hey, we watched y'all throw your little hissy fits for the past 40 whatever days. Enough is enough. It's time to open up the government. It's time for, we elected y'all to go to Washington to represent us and to work together. Not to go up there and be on a power trip, try to strong arm people. I'm so utterly disappointed in the representatives that we have. Hey, honest to God, if they don't find a way to pass something today,
I'm genuinely scared on what could happen.
I'm genuinely going to go out of my way to step up efforts in trying to get as many people that are representative unelected next time.
Oh,
I will personally dedicate every second that I have out of work, find someone that will go up there and actually work for the people they're supposed to. Enough is enough.
that's what we need.
This is crazy,
you
guys.
know. We need
Like,
a real hardworking American to just stand.
but what
for
happened
us.
to you guys going up there and working together? Why can't that? Nothing's ever bipartisan anymore. It's all, oh, the left this or the right this. I don't work together at all. It's either whoever has the majority, that's what you get. That's not how it's supposed to be.
No.
Like that, the whole system is getting so screwed up because it's either the right is in power or the left's in power, and there's no compromise. That's not how it's supposed to work. And it's enough is enough, man. They need to pass something today. They need to get the show on the road, and they need to start acting like adults and working for us.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're supposed to be doing.
And it's like they're working for themselves.
Right. Yeah, and they get so they
Hate to
get
say it, but
FaceTime and get on the news and talk and get popular and do their little insider trading and whatever else. They've been milking us for all this time. Enough is enough. They need to figure something out and do their job.
Y'all have a wonderful day, and let's wake up.
Hopefully we get some good news this evening, guys. Fingers crossed.